In pole position, Nigel Mansell, provisional pole position, because there are still some 40 minutes of this 60-minute final practice session to go. His teammate Riccardo Patrese, second, half a second behind him. Alain Prost in the Ferrari, as we look at Patrese, has moved up into third position. Gerhard Berger, in fourth place, has not improved his time from yesterday. Jorna Lacey in fifth place has. Roberto Moreno in sixth position has. Senna is just going out. He started off this session in third place on the grid, and he is now down to seventh, ahead of Nelson Piquet, eighth, who has improved his time. Andrea de Cesaris in the Jordan Ford, as you watch Nigel Mansell talking to Lee Gogg, and undoubtedly talking about tyre performance. Mansell, I have never seen in as ebullient, cheerful and confident a mood as he has been in since he arrived at Silverstone. He gets a tremendous lift from his home circuit and his home crowd. Now a technical point. Watch Senna's McLaren and you will see far more sparks than usual striking out from underneath it. A regular flood of sparks, which makes it look as though the whole of the underside of the car is on fire. It is not. There are rubbing strips underneath the front wing. You can see how close the body of the car, the monocoque, the tub, there are the sparks. As Senna builds up speed, and the downforce pushing on the wings pushes the car down onto those rubbing strips, which contact the tarmac and seal off the bottom of the car and help the aerodynamics.
Yes, and Senna taking it easy now round the circuit. He's just gone through Stowe Corner, now through the Vale, the new section of the circuit, braking hard down to second gear as they come back into Club Corner and away onto the straight up to Abbey. And now Ayrton Senna will start to build up his speed to get the heat into the tyres just as he wants it. He doesn't want to get too much in. These tyres only just last a lap. Remember, they're the softest compound usable for the purpose of getting the most possible grip. By the end of the lap, they're overheated, cooked and possibly blistering. But they've done it now. Ayrton let the quick one through. That's one of the Benetons, I think, going past. And it was Nelson Piquet. Now, Senna, right, Senna building up there. Now he starts his lap, giving it full power out to have maximum speed as he starts lap over the start-finish line, which is there. Ayrton Senna, now he'll want Piquet to give him space, get out of his way, which Piquet duly did, quite rightly, through Kopp's corner, up to Beckett's. Right, left, right, and then onto the hanger straight. So Ayrton Senna building up to 280 kilometres an hour, then onto the brakes for the new Stowe Corner, which keeps going round to the right, and down to the short Vale section. Senna's got to get a big improvement to get in amongst the two Williamses on his yesterday's time. Senna going up to Bridge Corner, just about flat out, and this looks like a very quick lap indeed by Ayrton Senna, and right on the limit there as he came out of Bridge through the infield section. And he's super quick through the infield, and then last corner. And this will be right in amongst it. And that takes Ayrton Senna to second place. He just pips Riccardo Patrese. So Ayrton Senna moves provisionally onto the front row of the grid. Second behind Nigel Mansell, splitting the two Williamses, and he doesn't, because right behind him on the circuit was Riccardo Patrese, and Patrese has gone up into second place ahead of Ayrton Senna. So Ayrton Senna was in second place on the front row for about 5. And then he goes through Abbey Curve, that's the same. And of course he doesn't want to overheat his tyres. Getting his tyres to exactly where he wants them is critical in getting a good qualifying lap. And only in a moment, now he's in the new complex, the slow, twisty infield section, and here is where he'll be starting to really work the heat into the tires. He'll be starting to lean it harder and harder into the corners. Now he's got 2 to go, and through the second of these right-handers he will be on full boot and full power for his qualifying lap. Now he's on full power. See him hit the throttle there, a bit of a twitch from the rear of the car. And Nigel Mansell starts his qualifying run to try and improve on his provisional pole position. So, almost found into Copse. Mansell right out using every inch of the road. And now breaking into the new Beckett's complex through the right-hand section and out onto Hanger Straight.
And you are riding with Nigel Mansell as he goes underneath the bridge, down towards Stowe Corner, up to 280 kilometres an hour. 4th gear into the right-hander at Stowe. 3rd gear here, still riding with Mansell. Left into the Vale. Then it's back into 2nd gear for this left-hander, which now starts to sweep right. Club Corner. 3rd gear, 4th gear, 5th gear, then up into 6th gear, flat out towards Abbey, building up to 300 k's. This is the Farm Straight. Now into the new part of Silverstone, Bridge Corner, 5th gear, back into 2nd for Priory. Remember, it's the semi-automatic gearbox. His target is 1 minute 22.644. Now into Luffield. There's a balking car there. Mansell goes round the side of it. He will have lost a bit of time there. Now coming up to Woodcote, the last corner in 6th gear. Absolutely flat out, 1 minute 22.644. And that is a faster lap by far. And pole position for Mansell so far.
Yes, and that's really given everybody else something to shoot at. That's nearly a second quicker than Mansell went yesterday. And Nigel Mansell now with the 121.86, he is well over a second. That's something nearly. This is where he wants to, as it were, tune the tires to the right operating temperature to start the lap. The left-hander in the complex. The first right-hander. And this one now is hard on the power because that guns his speed over the start-finish line, and that wants to be at the maximum as Senna starts his last attempt to put his car onto the front row of the grid, and preferably by his standards onto pole position. Patrese has used both sets of tyres. Mansell hasn't, so Patrese can't respond, and Senna is looking to do that to get under 1 minute 22.1 seconds. That's Patrese's time, 22.109, and he has that to beat. So down the Hanger Straight, Ayrton Senna. And Berger has also started a flyer, half a minute behind Senna. We can't watch both of them, I'm afraid to say. And Berger bidding to improve his current 5th position on the grid. His first outing of the day, but Berger has another lap, another set of tyres to take afterwards. And Senna out of Club Corner. Through the left-hander at Abbey. Flat out through Bridge Corner, and then hard onto the brakes and into the complex. Slower car giving him the space he needed. Ayrton Senna now. 2 corners to go. Oh, and he was giving it everything. That's it to be. 121.618, and that's pole for Ayrton Senna. So Ayrton Senna, new pole position man, and an amazing lap. And Mansell is on the circuit. Well, Mansell is not. Mansell is ready to go onto the circuit. And Gerhard Berger has not yet crossed the line on his quick one. So Senna, new pole position man, Ayrton Senna, and the only person really likely to be able to challenge that is Nigel Mansell, who knows what's happened. He's seen it on his printout. There he is, engines running. He's ready to go and respond. Gerhard Berger, of course, can shoot at it because Berger has improved his time but not his position. He's down, but only by 1/100th of a second, but he still has another set of tyres on which to work. So Senna slowing down, cooling off. That's his work for this afternoon done. He can now relax and watch the others shoot at it, and there aren't many of them left to do that. As I say, Nigel Mansell, who will have a serious shot at it, and I think has every chance of being able to beat that if he gets gets a clear lap, and that's what he will be looking for more than anything, a lap without traffic. And Gerhard Berger will be in. He's got another set of qualifiers to throw on, and he's got time to go out and have another go on that.
And did you see that rather despairing look that Nigel Mansell gave as he looked out of the Williams cockpit? Behind the green Jordan of Andrea de Cesaris was the Leighton House car of Maurizio Gugelmin. Now, Nigel Mansell actually got 3 runs yesterday. Now, here is the situation at the present moment as you watch Nigel Mansell building up for a quick lap and Riccardo Patrese waiting to go out. And we are into the 50th minute now of this 60-minute session with Ayrton Senna in pole position, 1 minute 21.618, 2/10 of a second faster than Nigel Mansell second. On the second row of the grid, third is Riccardo Patrese with Alain Prost in 4th place. Gerhard Berger is 5th, having done 1 run, and he's got another set of tyres to go. 6th is Alesi, as Ayrton Senna is wheeled back, and as James said, I think he has finished his driving for the day. Roberto Moreno is 7th in the Benetton ahead of Piquet, his teammate.
Yes, and Nigel Mansell is now in the complex to complete his warming up lap, and will now be giving it full power over the line as Senna gets it. There is Mansell, and there's no traffic on the circuit. Mansell looks to have a clear run in front of him so long as no one's gone out of the pit. Mansell over the line to start his bid to displace Ayrton Senna from what he considers to be his rightful position here at Silverstone. He's qualified a couple of tenths of a second over what he did earlier through the right, left, right complex, replacing the old Beckett's corner. Mansell on to Hanger Straight. There is Frank Williams watching anxiously as his driver bids for the front row, well, for pole position at the British Grand Prix. Through Stowe, down to the new Vale complex. We're looking for that Tyrrell to keep out of his way. And Senna watching it on TV, of course. We didn't get to see then if Mansell was balked at all, but I doubt it. Now, full speed. We get under the bridge, and this looks quick. It looks quick. We've got a sort of split time that we can see under the bridge, and that was very good at that stage. And the time to beat 1:21.6, 0.618 to be exact, as we see Mansell as he stops the clock over the line in a moment. 1:21.618. This looks good, and it is pole position for Nigel Mansell, and I really don't think anybody's going to beat that now. Fabulous lap by Mansell, and that is also a clear demonstration of the superiority of the Williams cars here. The personal brilliance. There's Ayrton Senna, disappointed, but I don't think surprised. He is well aware that the Williams is the car to be in. He would like to be there. Mansell, fabulous lap. Patrese in 3rd place, and the Williams team very much on a high.
Now, who has not qualified? Eric Comas in the Ligier has not qualified, nor has Stefan Johansson in the footwork after all the problems he had this morning, and nor again have the 2 AGS cars of Fabrizio Barbazza and Gabriele Tarquini. On the other hand, with Mansell in pole position, followed by Senna 2nd, Patrese 3rd, Berger 4th, Prost 5th, and Alesi in 6th position. Mark Blundell has qualified 12th in the Brabham Yamaha, ahead of his teammate Martin Brundle, who is 14th, and Johnny Herbert, the Lotus driver, is in at 24th place, but this is the man of yesterday and today. Nigel Mansell, his first pole position this year, the famous Red 5, and that gives him his 16th career pole position. A very happy man, and Jonathan Palmer is there to talk to him.
Go. Another absolutely outstanding performance. You were in the same place, pole position here last year, but with a different red car. Just how near to the perfect lap was that?
Well, it was close. It was close. I had to pull all the stops out. I would have wished not to have done it, but Ayrton did a fantastic lap himself, and that charged me up for that last sprint. But I mean, being at Silverstone and Ayrton just beating me off pole, I had to do it, didn't I?
When Ayrton did that time, how confident were you that you could in fact go faster?
Not very. I thought it would be very close, but I got pretty well every corner perfect, and I went into the corners pretty quick, if I say so myself.
And the question that people always want to know, just how much difference does it make being in front of a British crowd here? It seems to help you every time. Is that really true?
I'll probably raise my game just a little bit, but it's just so much more comfortable in the crowd. I mean, I don't know whether you saw them on my slowing down lap. I mean, I thought I'd won the race, not pole position.
Well, everyone's absolutely thrilled, Nigel. Fantastic effort. Congratulations indeed.
Says it all. Go for it, Nigel.